Hey guys! So I am just gonna call Wednesday like emotional day. So on a good note though, I have some really exciting news I was like inclined to share with you guys, and it all started this morning. So I jumped on the interwebs and I love, love being able to watch all my amazing friends that are finding their passion and changing lives just by following their passion. So I jumped on this morning and immediately someone that I really I look up to, I admire his passion, I admire him as a human, and I admire what he's doing business-wise. I jump on and he is doing a video. And I notice that he's taking a couple moments, he's deep in thought, and I'm sitting there like, oh my God, do I need popcorn for this? Like, what is it? And he starts to talk about, now again, this is a beautiful thing because this is a personal friend of mine that I've watched from the beginning when he had the idea to it's in stores now and he's running with it and he's doing great. He's the happiest he's ever been. You can just see it in the way he speaks and the way he acts. And this video just summed everything up and inspired me right now. And I have a really awesome story at the end of it to tell all you guys, of course. So jumped on his live and he starts talking about his passion and how a passion is a passion. Of course, we all have passions. And like I always say, if you're not inspired, get inspired, because there's something to inspire everybody out there, whether it's a place or a person or a product or whatever it may be. But this individual starts talking about his passion and what he's doing, why he's fueled, blah, 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 blah. So here I go. So he starts talking about all the testimonies he's been receiving about this individual product and how it is changing the lives of hundreds of thousands of what's going to be millions. Don't worry, I'll release it. But what he talks mainly about is the strength that he sees in his clients, the gratefulness he sees in his clients, the ambition, the drive, and the energy that it gives him seeing how strong his clients are. And tonight I had my first, I won't say my first, but this one was a first for me. I've heard a lot of stories, but this one, it got the tears flowing. I jumped in my car and I was crying. Just like this video I watched this morning about this individual being able to work with his clients and see all the changes that are happening, see the struggles that they go through, but they never give up. I think you guys all know him. Chaga Dave, I'm giving it to you, my friend. Hands up to you. I am so proud of you and so inspired by your stories, so thank you. The next one, now I'm not going to release any names, but this next one, I was having kind of a morning. These last couple days have been a little bit harder. Like these like negative voices, like are just sitting here and they're wanting to steer my days, but I'm not letting them. The power of the mind is such a beautiful thing, and I'm going to rope it into the story I'm going to tell you. The mind can hold us back from so much. The mind can create fear and intimidation and keep us in a place where we don't really want to be. We know what we've got to do and what we want to work on and what we want to change. And some of us kind of just know we need to do this, and some of us have to do this. But some of us, including myself, guys, have fear and intimidation holding us back, and we're like, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe next month, I'll do that. And it just takes the right time and that moment in your mind where you're like, I'm gonna freaking do this, and I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. So I had an individual just walk into the gym. She joined me in May. I met this individual just a couple years ago, and she was just so kind and so amazing and so compassionate. I remember that was the number one thing that I took from this individual was the compassion, the realness. She was just such a real human. She wasn't trying to pretend like everything's okay. She wasn't trying to BS around anything. She was just raw and real. And a couple years later, she's still raw and real and full of compassion. I didn't know a lot about her story until she really started to share it with me. I didn't know this much about her story until tonight. Now, again, this is after a day I woke up. I was so inspired. And I was crying. I'm not going to lie, I was crying. But also a day where I had to continually like self-talk, like, no, you are worth it. You are deserving. Keep going. It's not stupid. Do this for you. Like, we all have fear and intimidation, and the thoughts of others can hold us back so much. This individual came to me, and she's, like I said, she's been with me since May. Her and her gal pal started a little bit before and then gifted her with a membership. And they started hitting the gym together. Like I said, she joined us in May. I found out in November, prior to Pure Body, she was using a walker to walk. She could not have a pedicure because her neuropathy in her feet was causing so much pain. Her feet would swell. She was unhappy. She kept telling her doctor month after month, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to make a change. And she knew she needed to make that change. She just wasn't ready yet. Her blood sugars were spiking over 300. She was on numerous pills. This individual has shown up, scared or not, has worked so hard, and I'm getting emotional, guys, has worked so hard because her goals mean so much more to her. Regardless if she needs to modify, regardless if she can't do a few things, she honors everything, and is so grateful. She sends me messages that little does she know that she's pulling me up some days on my dark days too. Just out of nowhere. She'll send me a message and I'm thinking, you're thinking me? Should be thinking you. She came in tonight. She's been battling back and forth with not wanting to do insulin. And she chose to take a more holistic approach. Every doctor that's ever told her she needs to take insulin, she goes and finds a new doctor. Like, she's a badass. She found a new doctor and took a holistic approach. Her blood sugars went from being in 300 to, I believe it was 129. She's off almost all her meds. The smile and the look in her eyes tonight was the reason that I do everything that I do. This is one of those forever moments that when it gets ugly or it gets hard or it gets stressful, I'm not gonna lie, owning a business as a solo chick is the hardest freaking thing I've ever done. I try not to talk too much about the negative or my long days, but I'm telling you guys, there's never a day that I work under 8 hours. That's like a day off. I'm in the 12, the 14, the 16-hour grind. Owning a small business is the hardest thing I've ever done. I've had to show up when I don't want to. Physical fitness is no joke whatsoever. My body is performing all day. People are coming to me wanting that 1 hour of me being motivated. And you know what? There's some days that I just don't feel like being freaking motivating. Maybe I'm tired. Maybe I have something else going on. But you girls showing up every day has pushed me to be where I'm at. You guys have made Pure Body what it is. Every one of your stories that you share with me, I promise you, I'm probably coming home and crying about them. You have no idea how much each and every one of you inspire me and push me. This individual went and treated herself today with a pedicure. She was able to get her toes rubbed. She loved it. She was able to pamper herself, and she's now being able to see all the amazing results. The thing that she stayed off of is the scale. Do not let the power of numbers determine your journey. It's so much more. It's your mind. She keeps saying, she said, I haven't gotten on the scale because it's not even about that. She knows she's changing, and she even states it. She says, I'm happy. I am happy. These stories, in watching people work through their own fears and intimidations and take their health by the horns, is beyond words. Is beyond words. It is amazing. I promise you, you can do anything you put your mind to. You have to trust it. You have to trust that you're deserving enough. You have to trust that you're worth it. You have to trust that it's gonna be so freaking hard, but someday it's gonna get easier. When you're not feeling it, that's why you have your gal pals. You lean on them. Let them know what you're going through. Let them know it all. Your fears, your intimidations, your down moments, your good moments, your proud moments. Honor these small commitments. And I don't care if this small commitment is holding a plank for 5 more seconds. It's 5 more seconds than you had before. Progress is progress, and don't ever, ever, ever let anyone tell you you can't do it. That person isn't you. They're not living in your mind. They're not living your life. They're not living your journey. And no one's going to make the journey for you. You have to be the one to jump in the driver's seat and be ready to cruise on down the freaking crazy freeway. So I just want to let you guys know that if you're doubting yourself, you think you can't, you're like, I hear it all the time. I could never keep up with you young girls. It's not a young girls club, guys. My average age is, I would say, like mid-40s. I have my mom, it's 59 years old, working out right next to me a few times a week. I have my friend that back in November could barely walk without her walking cane next to me 3 days a week. You can do anything you put your mind to as long as you surround yourself in the right tribe, guys. Find that tribe and love them hard. Love them on days you don't wanna. Love them on your good days, your bad days, but just keep loving them. Grab the good, dive into it, engulf yourself in it. Because there's so much negative out in that world. It can consume you and hold you there, and that's a waste of time. If you have things you want to work on, let's freaking work on them. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month. Let's start working on them right now. Those are the people that I can relate with, are the ones that say, hey, this is where I was at, and this is not where I want to be, and this is where I want to go. And I know it's not going to be easy, but I want to do it. That's all you got to do. Put it out into the universe, and I promise you, the universe is just going to come with open arms and hold you back. So, that is my video on a lighter note for you all. I just want to thank you guys all for tuning in. I want to thank you guys for making Pure Body what it is today. I want to thank you for choosing Pure Body, for choosing me. I would have never in a million years thought all of this would have came to life. And without each and every one of you there to share the crazy and the quirky and the funny and all of it with me, I don't know, man. I just feel so grateful for all of you and for all of your blessings. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because as much as you guys are like, you help me, you guys help me. Maybe be a little more emotional than always, but hey, I love it. So, rise and shine today, beautiful. Rise and shine tomorrow. It's a brand new month. It's a brand new us. You can do anything you put your crazy mind to, I promise. Bye, guys.